Welcome to the Mind and Body Performance Podcast, where we explore what it takes to level up your personal well-being. I'm your host, Jake Murphy, and today's topic is on self-love and what self-love does to both your mind, your body, and your overall spirit. Remember, we're going to have some experiences that are similar. We're going to have some that are different, and that's okay. Imagine all of us lived the same exact life. Wouldn't that be extremely boring to live? If the person to the right and the left of you had the same exact experiences as you. So it's wonderful that we have the ability to be amongst other unique people because everybody is different in this world. And that is why it's a privilege for us to have the opportunity to be part of this life. And to relay that back to self-love, imagine you lived your entire life never giving yourself the love that you deserve. Imagine you go 50, 60, 70, 80 years without practicing loving yourself. I was listening to a great podcast the other day, and something that they were talking about was how when you're in a relationship with other people, it is your relationship within yourself, the relationship that person has within themselves, and then your relationship together. And now, when I mean relationships, I'm not just meaning your relationship with a romantic partner. I'm meaning teammates, friends, family members, co-workers. It takes two people to formulate a healthy relationship and connection. And traditionally, each person has to give themselves that love, care, and attention in order for them to be able to give it to someone else. Obviously, we play sports or we're part of careers that we are good in, and we take our time with it every single day, and we rep it out. You get constant reps over and over and over again. You go to the gym, you're repping out the bench press. You're repping out a hammer curl. You're repping out a squat, a deadlift. You go to work, you're repping out projects. You're repping out communication. You're repping out writing. You go to school, you're repping out learning. You're repping out communicating, socializing. You're repping out writing. Well, what if we took that same philosophy of getting reps each and every day, and we put that towards giving ourselves self-love and self-care? And you rep it out each day, in each hour, each minute. You're always thinking about giving to yourself so that you could give to other people. It's not selfish of you to give to you. It's actually very selfless of you to give to yourself, because then you're going to be able to give to others at your max potential. Goes back into, like, if you're constantly repping your sport or you're going to work every single day, you get tired after a while. Well, if you're constantly giving to everyone else and you're loving your wife, you're loving your husband, you're loving your partner, you're loving your friend, you're loving your team, and you're not giving yourself that same love, care, and attention, it's going to wear you down over time. When you think about self-love, think about that same exact person that you are giving that love to. Whether it's romantic, whether it's a friend, whether it's a pet, anything. I see so many people in this world, they give their pets all this love, care, and attention, but they don't give it to themselves. And that's something that it frustrates me, because it's not to say don't give your pet love, care, and attention. You still do. But you got to give yourself that love, care, and attention. Practicing communication, empathy, compassion, discipline. Self-discipline is a form of self-care and self-love. You choosing between eating something that is bad for you versus good for you is neglecting your self-love. You choosing to go to sleep so that you could get 8 hours instead of staying up scrolling or watching an extra TV show, that's an act of self-love. You choosing to walk away from environments that are negative, and when you walk away, they leave you feeling lesser about yourself, that's self-love. You exercising, you meditating, you reading a book, you learning, taking new information in, that's self-love. So the practice of self-love takes a lot of effort. And the hard part is that we're constantly being, like, us as humans, we're being thrown in so many different directions. There's so much going on that oftentimes it takes the attention away from giving it to us. And yet, that's extremely important, because over time, if you're not giving to you, what are you going to have? There's a really good book I like to reference when I'm talking to my athletes. It's called The Giving Tree. And the book, The Giving Tree, just talks about a boy who grows into a man, and he's constantly taking from this tree. And the tree loves the boy. So the tree stays and continues to give and give and give and give the boy's entire life. And the boy just takes and takes and takes. And then the tree is nothing but a stump at the end of the book. And why I share that story is that if you're constantly just giving to your work, giving to your boss, giving to your family, giving to your friends, giving to anything, and you're not giving to you and yourself, you're that tree over time. So a big saying is you want to serve yourself so that you can better serve others. It's not selfish of you to give to yourself, because if you're going to love another person with your best effort, time, and commitment, you have to be willing to give that to yourself first. And this relates to athletics, because you're giving your all to the team. You have to choose you sometimes. You have to give to you sometimes. And you see this a lot with coaches, because coaches love their teams. Coaches love their players. They want their players to be their best selves, not only for them, but also for the team. And oftentimes they give so much to the team and to the individuals that they stop giving to themselves. And they actually become worse coaches because of it. Because you end up caring so much that it takes it away from you, the coach. And now, since you care so much, you want to give all your control to the team, because you lost control of yourself. And that happens within coaches, teachers, families. And that's ultimately why it's really important that you practice this self-love and care, no matter who you are, no matter what you do. Because when you practice this self-growth and self-care and self-love, over time, you're going to be there for others the way that you really want to present yourself. If you're not used to giving yourself that self-love, you might not even know how to really give to another person yet. And I say yet because all of this is truly in your control. If this clicks with you, why not do some research on it? Open up the computer, the phone, research self-love and why it's important for you to practice self-love for your relationships, for your health and wellness, for your community, and see what it says. And when you read through it and you see it, the only thing that's stopping you from that point is in your inability to go take action. But if you listened to this for this long, you're committed to your self-growth and you're committed to your personal journey. So the only thing that's ever stopping you is you. So no matter what it is, you have this thought in your mind of what you're trying to accomplish. Manifest it in the mind and then go take action. That's all I got for you for today's episode. If you like this episode, please like, comment, and share this on your social media platforms and tag me in it at Coach Jake Murphy. I really want this podcast to grow because I feel as a community, if we each grow as individuals, then the community and the entire world grows. Our only objective each and every day is to learn, apply, and grow. And we just want to get 1% better each and every day. Thank you. Talk soon.